views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Hello and welcome to Open 2.0. I'm your host, Melody. On this edition of 2.0, I'll be talking to Charity Fisher, founder and coach of Wild Think Step Team. Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, when did you first start stepping?
I have been stepping for almost 20 years now, since I was about 8 years old. I started when I went to my older sister's high school, and I saw their step team perform, and the way they all used their bodies as instruments and had the whole audience engaged, captivated me. And from then, I was like, I have to become a stepper.
Oh, how old are you?
I was 8 years old.
You was 8. Did you have any other passions while growing up?
I was a very passionate person, so I was passionate about a lot of things, especially school. School is very important to me. I love math, science, and I was the type of kid who wanted to be involved in everything, and I still am.
Where is the step team located?
So our step team is located at PS 118 in Park Slope, Brooklyn, New York. It's the Maurice Sendak Community School, which is how we got the name The Wild Things, because he wrote where the wild things are.
No, nice. How diverse are your students?
Well, we're located in Park Slope, Brooklyn, which I'm not sure if you're aware, but it's a very white community. So the STEP team has actually added more diversity because, some children who, don't see themselves, Black students who don't see themselves a lot in the neighborhood, now through STEP, they're able to go into through competitions, they see themselves on the stage, they see themselves throughout all the other schools, and that's given them a lot of confidence and more identity through STEP.
Are there boys and girls in the STEP team?
Yes, there are. About a quarter of the STEP team are boys.
What are the ages of the students?
So they are 4th and 5th graders, so they're between 9 and 11 years old.
Do they have to be any certain age to join the STEP team?
For the Wild Think Step team, they have to be in 4th grade. It's just the way, because so many kids want to join the team, so it helps me narrow it down.
Do the students need to be a part of the team? A part of the school to be a part of the team?
So for the Wild Think Step team, yes, they have to be a student at PS 118. However, I'm working on a STEP program that would be for my 5th graders who are graduating now. And that would be open to all 6th graders in Brooklyn. And I would love to be able to expand to other boroughs, but starting out, I have to work where I'm at.
What obstacles have you come across while creating the Wild Things Step team?
It was a lot of work because it's actually the first sports team, period, at our school. So I had to make a presentation to the PTA in order to get some funding. I had to, everything I did was unprecedented because it hasn't been done before yet at the school. It's a lot of obstacles to jump through, and all the paperwork I had to do myself. I was the manager, choreographer, coach, everything all in one. So it was a lot to handle, but when you're passionate about something, it doesn't feel like work. It's fun, it's enjoyable.
I heard you were starting a nonprofit organization. Can you tell me more about that?
So as I said earlier, I am working on something with the 5th graders who are graduating. because they've been so passionate about step, and I want to keep that passion going. And, you know, there aren't too many steps teams in Park Slope, Brooklyn. So I was like, they're like, Miss Charity, what are we going to do after we graduate? Said, I got you. So I'm working on Rhythm and Hues, which would be a nonprofit. I can't give you the website right now because I have to wait for all the waivers, but it will, actually I'll give it to you, but it's just not published yet. It's rhythmandhues.org.
Oh, that's the name of it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What step routines you've been working on recently? Can you like name them, if you have any names?
Okay, so one of the routines is called Wild and Free, because I'll have my students do part of that step for you, and it's because, you know, I wanted to help them realize that you don't have to be a certain way in order to be a stepper. Like, you can bring your own personality to it. So that's a huge focus of mine. Another routine is, a lot of them have the name Wild in it. So Wild and Free, and then we have Wildfire, which is actually what inspired me was a song called Wildfire. And that gave me like the idea for the rhythm to use for it.
Who inspired you the most?
To step?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, at my sister's step team at her school, seeing that happen. And then when I got to high school and it was time for me to try out for step teams, actually only 2 freshmen made it to the team when I tried out, and I was one of them. And my coach really kept me going because I have arthritis, so a lot of things were like difficult to do, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I almost gave up, but she kept saying, you got this, keep going. So I did stretches and like exercises to like make my body stronger, which helped me fulfill my dream.
What advice would you give to aspiring students today?
I have so much. Probably the top one would be that you could do anything. As cheesy as it sounds, you really can do anything you really set your heart to. If you're motivated and you're dedicated and you're like, no matter what happens, I'm going to keep going, you can do it.
Wow. We have to take a quick break, but stay tuned for Open 2.0.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
How can I help?
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What?
I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
I got this as a paid internship. Spending my time here, I really enjoyed the people that work here. I enjoy what goes on behind the scenes.
So far, I've learned how to operate a camera, how to host. I learned how to control audio.
My first time hosting was really nerve-wracking, but I really enjoyed it because it was a new experience.
And here to perform with us, the Wild Think Step team.
5, 6, 7, 8. Go ahead, next formation. 5, 6, 7, 8.
What you're waiting for? But I don't think they're ready.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. I would like to thank our guests for joining us today and our viewers for tuning in. For more information, you can follow us on social media, BronxNet TV. Until next time, I'm Melody.